Hot Wheel collectors, you have my utmost respect, because how on earth do you even hunt for a Hot Wheels? As you may know already, I don't collect Hot Wheels, and I wanted the Hot Wheels Bumblebee because this reminded me of the RPMs from Revenge of the Fallen times, because of that cute little feature they have on the underside of the car that I'll show off later. But oh my gosh, did I have the hardest time hunting for this guy. I didn't know how good we had it as sort of Transformers collectors or Marvel Legends collectors, where they had a box full of the same thing. Even if it wasn't a box full of the same thing, the toy stores would have ordered multiples of that box, so you'd still have a ready supply of that character. But for Hot Wheels, what? I went into Toys R Us and I think I saw the cars that came in the same case as Bumblebee. I think Bumblebee came in a case of 72 Hot Wheel cars and he was 1 in 72. At the moment, I'm still not sure what the distribution system is for Hot Wheels, but hunting for this guy was so confusing. I had to dig and dig and dig on Toys R Us shelves and I still did not manage to find this guy. I was looking for that black border thing on the Transformers Hot Wheels package, and they had the Barbie car, they had Fast and Furious, and they had the regular Hot Wheels, but I think because they were all hanging on the pegs, this area would be the easiest to find. But I did resort to heading back to the toy mall in Point and then picking this guy up for 45 Hong Kong dollars, so that's about £4.5. I paid double the price, but still, compared to a Transformer, this isn't too much. I know it's a lot for a Hot Wheels car because I remember when I was small, I headed to the supermarket next to my house and we'd be able to get one Hot Wheels car for 14 Hong Kong dollars, about £1.50. So I know I paid overpriced for this guy, and I wanted to pick up that Optimus as well if he was a reasonable price, but Jesus Christ, he was £18 over there. Last week I saw him for £14. I didn't pick him up because that was about the price I'd pay for a deluxe class Transformer. But oh my gosh, Hot Wheel collectors, you have my utmost respect. But without further ado, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. The rant is over and we have to take a look at this car because I'm going to break him out of the box. I'm pretty sure this is an existing Beetle that they had, and they just repurposed it for Bumblebee colours and everything, with the Autobot logo slapped on it there as well. There were two Bumblebees in that toy store where I picked this guy up, and I had to analyze the paint because I didn't know how much imperfections there could be on a Hot Wheels car. This one had minor splotches on the top, imperfections, but the other one had splotches on the side of the car, so that's something to be aware of. Right, so I think this might be the way to safely free Bumblebee. I just open it like that, like the old Transformers clamshell, and then the print and everything still remains intact, so if I wanted to display him later on in his packaging, I'd be able to. Truly apologizing for the length of the rant here and sort of amazement at the Hot Wheels collecting scene. But without further ado, let's take a look at Bumblebee. So this is my first experience is playing with the Hot Wheels car, so you'd probably get my first reactions as well. So first off, I can see sort of that he's got little seats inside of him. Yeah, I think he's got really nice little seats inside of him. I don't know if this is the correct vehicle for Bumblebee. I'm so used to seeing Bumblebee with these orange little light thingies, hazard lights thing, that I'm so used to seeing that I wasn't aware that G1 Bumblebee did not in fact have those. That's where they got the cues for making this Hot Wheels Bumblebee. I might be talking out of my ass right now. I'm completely not sure about this, but he does look like a sort of off-road version of cartoon Bumblebee. Let's take a look at sort of the most accurate scale comparison here. So this is just my first reactions of this Bumblebee, and I would love if we had a version of this Hot Wheels car that transforms, sort of like what they did with Hot Wheels Optimus, that tiny version. But please don't make him overpriced. I don't know why he's so expensive. Let's put a focus on here as well. As mentioned before, he has these really nice little interior car seats. The car shell is die-cast, right? So that's really nice. As I mentioned before, there is some small imperfections on the top of the Hot Wheels car. Like these two little spots here, I did spot in packaging, but that was better than the whole side of the Bumblebee car being full of spots. Turning him to the back, there is the Hot Wheels logo behind that boot, and the backlights are pretty neatly painted, I guess. Turning him to the side, it's exactly the same, but the reason I got this toy was because I wanted the underside of this toy. As you can see, he has the G1 Bumblebee face placed on the underside of the car, And that really reminds me of how RPM did it. I looked at Optimus Prime's version and he doesn't have sort of an Optimus face at the back of his car, so I only got Bumblebee at the end. If Optimus had that, I would have paid the £18, but he didn't have that, so... But yeah, there's a lot of legal writing on the bottom of this toy. I wonder if we were able to see, like, what version of the Beetle this is on the underside. I did see Crosshairs and Drift at that toy store as well. Bumblebee is where my heart's at the moment. Unless they made Hot Rod, and then, yeah, I'll get Hot Rod as well. But yeah, he rolls super well, as you'd expect a Hot Wheels to do. And because he's a small size, he's going to fit into any Optimus Prime trailer ever, I think. For another size comparison, I did sort of dig up the other Legends class Bumblebee figure from Bumblebee movie. And zooming back out, these two are nearly identical. This is the closest, like the proportions, everything. But I think the most significant comparison for me for the Bumblebee Hot Wheels toy is not the sort of G1 Bumblebee, but this car. This is the beautiful Transformers Prime Urbana 500. I got this as like the only present I got for my 12th or 13th birthday, and I really like this one. Yeah, I do prefer the Urbana 500 over the G1 Beetle. This is the only Hot Wheels car I have, and this is the only Tomica car I have. Although I think this is plastic, I hands down prefer the Tomica cars because... they've included that like little spring action. It's so much funner than sort of just a stock car like that. I truly prefer to play like this. You know, it's so much fun. Another thing I might do is just I might get another one of this, and Hot Wheels community, tell me if it's blasphemous to like drill into this Hot Wheels car to make it a keychain, because I want to attach the G1 Bumblebee keychain to the Hot Wheels car and just have it hanging on my backpack, because I feel like that might be the best use for this Hot Wheel toy. But yeah, if you wanted to get a Hot Wheels Bumblebee, I'd suggest you to do it quick, because from what I've seen, like how to hunt for Hot Wheels and everything, you're gonna have to do it quick and do it fast once the case comes out, because it's one per case, I think, for Bumblebee's case. And I think each Toys R Us, even the biggest one I've been to, they've only like stocked 2 cases at once, so there's only a chance for 2 Bumblebees you're going to get. Unless you're happy to pay overprice for Bumblebee, but I don't know how expensive the UK scalpers would request you for a Bumblebee. It's a nice little thing that reminds me of RPMs, that's why I got it. I'm going to be moving back to the UK soon. I have a short documentary I'm editing for the channel about a vintage toy store, and another video talking about KO Beast Wars toys. So that's the 2 I have in the pipeline right now, but other than that, I have to settle down first, and then I'm gonna not take my 3D printer with me. So for the time being, I'm gonna talk about the toys I really like, and I hope you tune in for that as well. So I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and goodbye.